What's going on, everybody? It's Chris Classic dropping another video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also, to subscribe to the C3 Wrestling page. I uploaded the whole show from Highway to Sell. It's still up there. It was a great show. I wanted to spend a little time with you guys about two topics that have been ongoing for the past weeks and couple days. The first one is people's opinions about the factions in AEW. Like, there's like 7 of them to my knowledge. So I wanted to speak about that first. I am a person growing up, I was big on factions. You know, I liked DX, I liked the Nation, I liked the NWO at one point. But the problem is sometimes you do have too many factions. You can't have too many factions, and then it's just like it's too much to keep up with. You know, it keeps people busy and whatnot. But you knew what were the top factions, like NWO or DX, and what were like the low factions but popular, like Too Cool, for example, or even the Oddities. I wrote it down. Right now, I believe, now I could be wrong, AEW has 7 stables. There's the Inner Circle, and then there was the Pinnacle that came from the Inner Circle. There's the Nightmare Family, and then this past few days, QT's faction attacked the Nightmare Family. There's the Dark Order. There's the team, I don't know if you want to call them the Bullet Club, but I don't think they had a right to that, with Kenny, Don Callis, the Good Brothers. You have also Matt Hardy and the Money Team, Butcher Blade, Bunny, TH3, I believe that they're, and a few other people, Private Party as well. That is a lot of stables, but then again, they do have like 3 shows. You know, you have AEW Dark Elevation, and you also have AEW Dynamite. The jokes are like, I've seen a lot of funny memes, like they had Bubba Ray talking to Tony Khan. It was like, Tony Khan, get the stables. And then they have the one where Captain America is in an elevator with a Hydra. Then he says, does AEW have any horses? And they said, no, why? And he was like, because they have a lot of stables. I do think it's a lot of stables, but to me, I understand, especially being a promoter, I understand why they're doing this. They're doing this for job security. They're giving their wrestlers something to do. Okay, we might not have a singles match for you, but we can give you a 6-man or 8-man tag, or we can put you in the group. You might not have to talk because you have an MGF or a Chris Jericho to speak for you, or a Matt Hardy to speak for you. So you're giving them something to do. You know, I haven't heard people who requested a release from AEW besides Kylie Ray for personal reasons, but unless it's guys that are like doing like one and done appearances or whatever like that, I haven't heard since the company's inception somebody requesting a release. So it's a lot of stables. I will say it's a lot to keep up. I had to write it down. Like I said, they may have another one. You know, Dark Order is so freaking big, and then you have affiliates with Dark Order like Ty Conti and Adam Page affiliation with the Dark Order as well. It's like you do have a lot of stables and stuff, so I can understand people's gripe about that. But let's see how it plays out. You know, like I said, they're not above criticism, but let's just see where it plays out. There's 2 factions that came from 2 other factions. You know, who knows? They may have a Survivor Series type pay-per-view. I think that's a good idea if you have all of these stables. Let's just see it play out, and let's see where it goes from there. Another thing I wanted to talk about was the censorship that Peacock is doing, and how I feel about it, and how this could be resolved for people who are upset with the censorship. One of the main things that they censored so far was the half blackface that Roddy Piper had when he went against Bad News Brown. When Vince McMahon said the N-word in front of John Cena and walked past Booker T. And also when NWX mocked the Nation domination when X-Pac put blackface on for Mark Henry. I'm not against them censoring that. And I'm going to tell you why. We're living at a time where everybody's talking about representation and equality and also respect. So when you have these, and then most of these people, we aren't looking at that for real. It's just the fact that you want to see it, or you're upset because censorship. Censorship is not always bad. Some things are pushed more than others that I don't understand, but censorship is not always bad. as a black man, to see a man wear half blackface, or to see X-Pac and everyone else is not really doing anything dark or racial, to see X-Pac like that, that's still a sign of disrespect. So I don't understand why some people are upset with that. You know, it's like, oh, well, it's a part of history. Well, if it's a part of history, there's DVDs about the Attitude Era. There's coverage about it. You have other bloggers and vloggers that speak about this. YouTube has a lot of the stuff, and I'm sure a lot of people are ripping it from the sites and stuff and putting it up. So it's still a win-win situation. I just don't understand when somebody says that they're upset about it, you call them sensitive, but then you're sensitive when people decide to do things that's good for the company. You know, the Peacock thing is trying to be family friendly. And, you know, I don't know how much my sons or my daughter will watch wrestling with me through Peacock. But yeah, it's going to be kind of crazy to say, oh, well, look, this guy is acting like us, acting like someone else, you know. So I'm for it, you know. And then, like I said, there should be a surge in DVD sales if you feel that way. You have many DVDs that cover these kind of things and bad things. You have shoot interviews. You have a whole bunch of things. And I just feel that people just need to chill. Like, wait for it to get done, and then let's watch it. It's not above criticism, just like anything else. But at the same time, you're upset about things that made other people upset. You know, Vince, to my knowledge, has not apologized for saying that N-word. You know, that's very offensive to many people. I don't like it. Like, you're just showing that you can do what you want to do. So, for anybody that's mad that that's censored or that's taken out, you can go somewhere with that. There's somewhere on YouTube. Like, you know, you can watch this kind of stuff. Like I said, just try to understand where other people are coming from. It's not about being too sensitive or being too soft or just being a crybaby. You know, people get offended by things. You know, we might get offended by different things at a different time, and it might affect us very differently. But at the same time, let us be human and talk about this and move on. These were the few topics that I did want to talk about real quick. You know, I want you guys to have a wonderful and a blessed day. Make sure you subscribe to the Take It Home podcast. Also, C3 Wrestling. It's once again Chris Classic. Let's take it home.